pliers. But I wanted to show you how much more organized I made this little area. I didn't show you guys the before, but this stuff was like, this table was like completely cluttered. And one of the reasons being is that we had the laptop up here. So what I decided to do is I decided, because this has two trays or two shelves and this wasn't being used, I decided let's put the Lenovo down there and then we'll put the framework over there and then make a lot more space over here. This is a receipt, so I don't want to get rid of it because Lewis might actually need it. It's just a few things. Just sharing with you guys, like when it comes down to cleaning stuff or organizing stuff, you don't have to do it all in one day. It was like this for about a couple weeks, and then yesterday I had this like moment. I was like, oh, I think I know how to make it all nice and organized. Toolkit is the JP toolkit, as I affectionately call it, and we'll see how this is. I think I'm gonna go grab some pliers. I've done this many times before. It's not gonna be a perfect job, but see. So this, Lewis had this for a couple weeks, and I was wondering like, where the hell did the little pom-pom go? He could not find it. And what I realized was, hold on, I think this was to something else, but what I realized was this thing fell off, and the way it fell off is this. So all I'm going to do is just put this in and then put this together. So I have this with this little guy because in a sea of keychains and dongles, if you have something that stands out, it helps a lot. It helps you distinguish, and I thought this was kind of cute to have together. I actually found this once when I was dumpster diving, and I thought it was so cute. I took it home, and Lewis needed a keychain for it, and I said, hey, I have something. So whenever I see this, I'm always reminded of that. It was perfectly brand new. There was nothing wrong with it. When I picked it up, it's just, you know, like with a lot of keychains, you kind of lose it. You kind of like lose it because it falls out. So what I'm going to do is just open this thing up. I'm not looking for perfection, by the way, in case you guys are wondering, like, oh, Erica, you know, it's not perfect. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna just try. Let's see over here. So, let's see. I'm just gonna open this thing up. Do it this way. If it looks a little awkward or you're wondering how come it looks like I'm struggling, it's because I'm not right in front of it. I'm a good 5 inches away from this thing. Oh gosh. I gotta open it up a little more. There we go. See? And then here we go. And all I'm gonna do is just tighten. I know, it's not perfect. And that's okay. Oh. Look at that. You know, sometimes people, they say things like they don't have any hobbies, and I said, just freaking repair stuff that's broken. I don't have too much things that I gotta fix around here. I do know I have to fix the exercise machine and the dryer. But, yeah, see, I guess that would be my hobby. Besides decluttering and organizing, but I don't really organize as much as before. Like, this took me, to do this part, it took me about 10 minutes. And that's just leisurely. Like, I don't rush myself when I do these things. It's just kind of meditative. And I think that's how life should be. You know, you shouldn't feel like you're rushing from one thing to another to another. And if you fall a little short, like I just, oh, do you guys see it? This thing actually ripped right off. Oh no. Did not see that. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna freaking super glue it. I ended up super gluing something. So, paper from the recycle bin over here. Let's super glue this baby. Yeah, I really do believe in fixing things. I just scrap paper. See? So I didn't realize it. So the way it broke off is probably a combination of things. I don't know how well super glue is going to stick, but we will see. Right? That looks pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but I always feel like I get super glue on me, just like a little bit. It kind of irritates me, but what can I say? It bothers you for maybe a couple hours or a day or so, and then forget about it. So I'm trying to glue this together. I don't know how long it's going to stick, but we will see. So this thing, let's see. What does it say it sticks with? So I have the super glue, the original super glue, as you guys can see. I bought this from Dollar Tree. It sticks with wood, leather, porcelain, metal. Most plastic, best. Right, surface prep. I didn't surface prep it. I'm kind of worried because this thing is silicone, so it's kind of like, it feels kind of oily. I don't know how this is going to work, but we will try. We will try. See? Hot glue. No, you know, hot glue isn't gonna stick very well. That's my concern about hot glue. Sometimes when you do hot glue, like you just pull it right off, yeah. Double-sided tape. Ah, you know what? Worst case scenario, freaking duct tape the damn thing, right? Duct tape it, poke a hole in, maybe that will work. It's not gonna look aesthetic, but there's a thought. Let's see. Looks like it's okay. I'm one of those people, like I should actually keep this curing for about 30 minutes. But I just kind of think press pieces together for 15 seconds or until set. Okay. So I think we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. I kind of want to just do it this way. I think that was long enough, yeah. People will probably say, oh my gosh, Erica, you don't need to wait 30 minutes for this thing, but it's kind of like when you do it, this is the time when you just like do other things instead. Let's see, how does this work? How will this be? They say you only need 15 seconds. Feels like whenever I use super glue, like within 30 seconds it's good, or within a minute. Okay. Let's see how this is over here. It's a little tough because I think I already set here. You can see I'm off my little work mat already. My tiny work mat. I like overlapping this thing. Gosh. Oh crap, hold on. I gotta take a little break. I gotta give someone something. So meanwhile, I will allow this to set for just a little bit. It can cure, it doesn't need to cure in 5 minutes, okay? It says that you only need to do it for 15 seconds or until it's set, but I gotta get going for a little bit. So So check this out. I found this old kettle that I had lying around. It's a gooseneck kettle. See that? And I never used it for about 6 months, so I'm finally just getting rid of it. I didn't know how to get rid of this part, so I was like, let's see if anybody wants it. Sure enough, someone wanted it. I mean, the inside looks fine. I just haven't used it at all. So this is pretty cool because it has a little temperature thing over here. See it? Tells you what the temperature of your tea is. So let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna go down and drop off that little kettle. I shall see you in a bit. Just think of it as curing time. Unnecessary curing time. It's interesting because this kettle, like a lot of people wanted it. But I didn't have a use for it, so. If you haven't used it in 6 months, just get rid of it. Okay, I am back. So let's see how this worked. So cure time was over a couple minutes, definitely more than the 15 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. And it seems like it's fine to me. To me, it looks like it's fine. And I think this thing got fixed. Really just pliers, some glue, and I think I hear a cat snoring. I think that's Oreo. Some little cat is loudly snoring. Really loudly snoring. Oh, look at this. Not a circle. Definitely not a circle. But you can see it is joined more, and then I may just add a little bit of glue, just a thin layer on the back. Oop. Let's see. I wanted to add a drop. I ended up adding a whole bunch. Isn't it? Waste. And I think that is it. So I'm gonna start putting things away over here. You don't want to leave things out, right? So while this is drying, put things away. And this part, I don't think I need this paper anymore. This. And that is it. That is, I believe, the fixed product over here. Let that dry for a little bit. Meanwhile, let's figure out what the hell is snoring. I hear a cat snoring. So I'm not going to move this at all. Here is my coffee. And it looks like we found the source of the snoring over here. And yes, I did put the metal ring away. See? Which cat is this? You guys know which cat this is. Yeah, looks like he's taking a nap. Gosh, this cat. He sleeps at, I think he woke up around 9:30 and now it is 11 and he's back taking a nap after he ate a little. So, overall, bring this one back. Look at this. I'm trying to do cord management over here. For sure. Ah, cord management sucks. So all that stuff, yeah, I put the little cord the little ring away, but overall, I hope that by doing a stream like this, I hope it encourages you guys to fix things. And definitely use things like super glue. I really like original super glue. It's cheap. You can buy it at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and it just seems like it works. This kind of thing, it did take some time to fix it, as you guys saw, maybe 10 minutes, but it was simple that a freaking 5-year-old could do this. I find it really quite relaxing to fix this kind of stuff. It did take me, it's one of those like procrastination things where if you don't do it, you just kind of feel like, oh, I got this little thing that I got to work on. But when you do it, you just kind of realize, okay, well, if this thing breaks again, it's not overwhelming. So this is one of those things where I think if you don't have too many possessions and it's easy to fix these kind of things, yeah, you might spend 10, 15 minutes on it, but how many keychains do you have to repair if it breaks? How often do I think that this would break? Not very often at all. So I'm really happy that I was able to do this little repair. And as you guys know, I did try to put a little bit of super glue on the back. It is a little tacky still. I'll probably let it sit for 30 minutes or 3 hours because I'm not going to be moving this around, right? Lewis uses this. So this will just sit over here for the time being until then. And I consider it fixed, I consider this fixed at least for the time being. And we'll see how long this lasts. I didn't want to put much weight on it, so just leave it like that. So that looks, I think, quite nice. If you want to look at how it looks like on the top, it is, in case you guys missed it, it is a little unicorn. See? So it's a little unicorn little guy, and it definitely is eye-catching. Seems a little girly, I know, but I think it's kind of cute when you look for the Resolve dongle and it's like this. Roll machine, yeah, I gotta go do that roll machine. Yeah, so I got the roll machine I gotta fix. I gotta fix the dryer. I honestly don't think I'm gonna keep the dryer even if I fix it because I found a better solution to drying wet laundry items instead of using a dryer. And what that is, it's using a fan. Like one of those like rotating fans. You put that right at your drying rack, and then you have it like go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So imagine, right? The drying rack is like this long. You have the fan over here, and it just like rotates from one end to another. I like doing max speed, just because I feel like it dries a little faster, and then I keep it on for about 12 hours or a day or overnight, whatever. So that I think makes a big significant difference for sure. And I think the energy usage I gotta figure out the energy usage, but max speed, not that big of a deal. Usually for the dry clothes, I find that it takes about 2 to 3 days to do, to dry clothes thoroughly. But having a fan, I feel like within, what is it, like 12 hours or less, it dries completely. So I do laundry, let's say at 3 p.m. By the time I wake up the next day around 10 a.m., it's completely dry, for sure. So it's nice. No, dryer is better, but dryer, I think it's like extra stuff to store, it's all that kind of stuff. And it's extra work. So I like the idea of using a dryer to get rid of the cat hair 100%, but using using a dryer to dry clothes and keeping it on for 45 minutes, I don't like it because it actually ruins clothing. It's a lot more easy on the clothes for it to be air dried and away from sunlight. So having air, oscillating back and forth is like the more gentle. It's kind of like if you have your hair air dried versus putting it through a blow dryer, right? So I like it that way. And as you guys know, right, I'm trying to live more minimalistically, getting rid of things slowly but surely, and but it is moving forward. And every time I get rid of something, I just feel a little bit more free. It's like the step in the right direction. And even something like this, I hadn't fixed this for like 3 weeks. When you feel like you do it, you're like, dang, that was pretty freaking simple. You don't have to buy another one. You repair things, you prevent things from going into the landfill. Do I want to buy another keychain? No, I don't. So it actually ends up saving time, in my opinion, and of course saving money, as I had mentioned. That is something that I think really people really should focus on. I think repairing stuff is a skill that more people need to do. Too many times, like, people just go into this disposable culture, and as I've shared with you guys before, I feel like we're going to get into times where money is going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. So I would recommend to you guys, instead of spending your money on crap, spend your money on things that really matter to you. I would say, of course, food. If you want to donate money to a charity, like, by all means, donate money. But don't cut back on like frivolous spending. Spend more time on YouTube, in my opinion, for entertainment. We don't have TV, as I shared with you guys. I don't have any desire to have a TV. I think TV costs about, what is it, like $60, $70 a month. And gosh, I get so much more entertainment out of YouTube. Lois always gives me shit sometimes because I don't have YouTube Premium, so I have to watch ads. But I say, why would I want to spend like $8 on YouTube Red? I've got so conditioned to just blocking out the ads. Like, just, my mind just says skip ads. I don't mind it. But one thing that I don't do, and I've shared this before, is I don't use an ad blocker for YouTube because I do want content creators to get that little monetization, even if I only generate them like half a penny or something. And I'm sharing this because, like, sometimes people will say like, oh, okay, well, content creators, they, just block their content and just view it. And I think, like, some of these content creators, they put so much time and effort into their videos that I want to help them get the extra 1 cent or something like that. And yeah, so that's just my thoughts about that whole thing. But watch more YouTube would be my suggestion. Go to the library, borrow some books. You don't have to buy books. If you buy books, buy them used, ideally. And sell things. You can declutter, sell things, get rid of things, donate things. That's another cheap hobby or money making hobby, however you see it. But try to really cut down your spending and repair stuff, because if you have these kind of habits early on, or if you try to form them early on, you'll find that it's easier for you to save money if something happens. And this is something that I've been doing. Like, I've been trying to work at this, like saving money, ever since I was probably about 17 years old. So I'm not perfect, compared to other people. Like, they're a lot better than me, but I see it as ongoing progress, and that's something that's really important um, to kind of keep in mind. Oh no, there's no there. I don't like watching TV too much. I don't like I like watching documentaries. I like watching articles. I don't really like reading books too much. I know people would say, Erica, you should read a book. I can definitely read a book. If I can read articles, I can read a book. But the information that I like it to be pretty concise. So I don't want to spend, 300 pages reading a book when I feel I can watch a 12-minute YouTube video and get kind of like the same knowledge. But it's not just reading. There's other things, frugal things you guys can do as well, right? You guys could take up something like drawing, painting. I think art supplies can last you quite some time. I think Bounce Off would be really good at telling you guys this. If you have like colored pencils or pencils, it'll last you maybe a while. If you use color pencil, of course, Prismacolor isn't the cheapest, but I remember when I used to use Prismacolors, I felt like they lasted quite some time. So that's something too. Basically, try to make your dollar stretch. And if you do this kind of thing, I find that if stuff hits the fan, you're not gonna be stressed out as much because when it comes to saving money, you'll know exactly what you can cut. And for me personally, there's not much I can cut in my day-to-day life. I've cut quite a bit out, and even when I look at things, it's like the only thing that I can cut down is my groceries. But what am I mostly buying? Salad, chicken, some fruit. Um, I'm not eating out nearly as much as before. Even when we eat out, it's about what, $12, $10, $12 ideally. So that seems to be pretty cheap. So all that stuff, right? So you can see how things go hand in hand. Cookies, yeah, cookies. I don't like cookies are like maybe $2, $3 each, right? So and I don't eat cookies every day, so I'm not. It's not like I'm spending a fortune on cookies. Overall, I know this is just going kind of off on a tangent, but I hope by making videos like this, when you see an item that is damaged or maybe it looks like an easy repair, you spend the time fixing it. And if you feel like you are overwhelmed because you have so much stuff you have to repair, think about why that is. Think about, is it that you have too many items? Is it because you're too rough on your items? Is it because you just had like small little fixes like this and you just never put the time onto it, so then it kind of overwhelmed you? All that stuff is incredibly important to just kind of keep in mind. And yeah, see? So if this breaks again, I know I'll probably, I'm not going to say I'm going to do it right away because I'm not one of those people who it's like, oh, okay, this thing broke, let me fix it right now for everything. There are some things that I do fix right away, but there's other things that I'll just take my sweet time, like the dryer, the exercise machine. I tried with the exercise machine, by the way, you guys, as you guys know. But the stuff that you do have, let's say on the backlog, keep it limited. And as I've always said, right, always move forward because you don't want to have your stuff hold you back in terms of like you feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that you have. As you guys can see, so it's pretty like over here, right? I don't have too much stuff over here. See, we have a cat here, yeah, but overall I've been trying to keep it pretty lean. And then over here, see. So I'm thinking about getting rid of that chair over there. I like it, but I don't think it matches. We have freaking 3 chairs over there. So it's a work in progress kind of thing. But it is moving out slowly but surely, for sure. That's how things should be. Because, yeah, like I said, it's like people will criticize me and they'll say, like, why isn't things moving faster? And I'll say, it is moving. I know it's moving. But, yeah, like it's just really a matter of time. And then I got rid of I have 3 pairs of shoes that I posted yesterday, and then someone wants them, so I'm gonna give it all to them. That's really convenient. Only downside is I don't know if I'll be available on Thursday here. I'll have to see. Yeah, we do take a lot of things for granted, right? Oh, by the way, Fred, if you do want a tip about glasses, I'll probably make a separate stream about this. I know when I used to have glasses, like I got LASIK, my vision was really bad. But when I got LASIK, before I got LASIK, I used to spend like $300 on my glasses. Frick, they were so expensive. Even if I wanted to be cheap, I couldn't. But if you go to your eye doctor and you go to like zenni.com, zenni.com, of course, this is not a sponsored post, okay? This is what I personally used back when I had glasses. You'll find that you can buy glasses for as cheap as $30 with the prescription in them. All you need is your pupillary distance, and you can call your eye doctor for it. So I used to, instead of spending 300, I used to only spend about $30 on my glasses, and it's really convenient because you can figure, they give you like the measurements of how wide glasses are or how tall they are. I think it's by centimeters or millimeters, I forgot, but it was really good because I used to fall asleep with my glasses and you know, when you roll over, you hear a crunch, and yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. So check that thing out. So I'll do a separate stream about that for you guys, because that's a really good frugal tip that I completely forgot about. Just sir, you know, surreptitious says they stretch their money. You know what, if you want to save more money, drink less Diet Coke. If you drink like 2 a day, go down to 1 a day, down to one every other day, that kind of stuff. So all that stuff. So yeah, as you guys know, as I mentioned, I got LASIK done, I think a couple years back. I don't regret it at all. I really love getting having LASIK. The amount of freedom that I have not having to deal with the freaking contact lens and the glasses, it's just incredible. And I don't take it for granted at all. I wake up and I already see clear. I think my vision is like 2020 or 2030, something like that. But I don't have to deal with like contact lens solution, dealing with my glasses breaking, my contact lens having a rip in it, and you know, dry eyes. What if I fall asleep and my contacts are on? That's hellish as well. It's all that kind of stuff. You know, all that kind of stuff. It's like you don't realize how much of a pain in the ass having glasses are, especially if you have not so great vision. So my vision was negative, I think negative 6.25 and negative 6.5 for contacts. I couldn't see the big E at all. Doctor said that if I had a kid, 75% chance that my kid would have bad vision. So all that stuff, right? Yeah, store brand. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go to Zenni. Try zenni.com. Zenni.com. I'll do a stream about it, you guys. Just separately for you guys. Like I'll include that as a frugal tip video. If you guys ever want to see one of my frugal tips, yeah, you can just go to my channel, and then on the right side you have a little magnifying glass, and then you just type in frugal tip, and I include all my frugal tips over there. Or at least I try to. I really should make a, a playlist. Yeah, I should actually think about that. But anyway, I gotta get going, you guys. It was great talking to you all. 40 minutes for this little repair. It was mostly just talk and fix and whatnot. But yeah, Foster Grants, I heard, make really good reading glasses as well. As Wes said, you have Dollar Tree, CVS, Walmart, Target. They all sell cheap reading glasses. And you can actually get the frames. And then I don't know. I think you can. I think you can get the frames, and if it looks good, you can go to a professional and get the lens put in. But I rather just go to zenni.com. You can get like 7 for the price of 1. Seriously, and they work really nicely. So you guys take care, and repair things if they break. Let's see if this holds up. We'll see how long this thing holds up. I think it'll hold up for a while. See ya.